I spent 20 years obese and couldn't run a single city block. Then I ran a marathon. Then I ran another one. And somewhere in between, I made every training mistake a middle-aged runner can make. 3 of them were so bad, they nearly wrecked my race entirely. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what they were, why they happen to runners over 40 especially, and how I fixed every single one. I had no idea how this was going to go. I'd gone from the guy who got out of breath walking up the stairs to someone who could run 20 miles in training. That felt like a miracle. So when marathon day came, I thought I cracked it. I hadn't. The wheels came off so hard, I honestly didn't recognize myself out there. 1 minute I was flying, the next I was just surviving, and afterwards sitting in the car with a foil blanket and a medal that felt like participation trophy. I started asking why. What I found out, 3 mistakes that looking back were obvious, but nobody talks about them in the way that makes sense. For runners like us, runners who started late, runners whose bodies don't bounce back like they used to, runners over 40. And there's the thing, fixing these 3 things didn't just make me faster, it made me running feel good again, which is the whole point, isn't it? I ran every training run at the same pace. The pace that felt hard. The pace that left me bent over hands on my knees, lungs on fire. Because that's what running was supposed to feel like, right? If you're running, not suffering, you're not trying. Wrong. So wrong. It makes me angry now. What I was actually doing was running every single mile in the grey zone. Too fast for easy, too slow for hard. I was training my body to be tired, not to be faster. And for a runner over 40, this is especially dangerous because recovery takes longer. Your hormones don't bounce back overnight. Your joints don't forgive you. The fix was zone 2 training, running slow to get fast, and I mean embarrassingly slow, the kind of pace where you could hold a conversation without gasping, where you check your watch and think this can't possibly be working. It felt wrong for about 2 weeks, then something shifted. My easy pace started dropping, same heart rate, faster legs. My long runs stopped feeling like death marches, and when I did go hard on speed days, I actually had something to give. If you take one thing from this video, 80% of your miles should feel almost too easy, especially over 40. For my first 2 marathons, I didn't lift a single weight, not one. My logic was brilliant. I'm a runner, not a bodybuilder. Every minute in the gym is a minute I could be running. And then another, quieter voice cut through the noise. My physio. After my 3rd injury in 6 months, here's what I now know. After 40, you lose muscle. You lose muscle mass every year. It's called sarcopenia. Running alone doesn't stop it. And when you're carrying less muscle, every foot strike hits your joints harder. Your form collapses late in races. Your injury risk goes through the roof. I started lifting seriously about 12 months ago. Twice a week, nothing crazy. Deadlifts, single squats, single leg work, core, the kind of stuff that builds resilience, not bulk. The result, I haven't had a running injury since then, and my form holds together in the last 10k of a marathon. And honestly, I feel just stronger in running and in life. If you're running over 40 and not doing any strength work, this is your sign. 2 sessions a week, even 30 minutes, is not an option. Mistake number 3 nearly cost me Chester. I treated fueling like an afterthought. I'd grab whatever gel was on offer at the expo, stuff a few in my belt and hope for the best. At mile 18, my stomach decided it had other plans. Cold sickening dread just washed over me. I knew the bonk was coming, and there was nothing I could do about it. The marathon bonk isn't just feeling tired, it's your body running out of glycogen, the fuel your muscle needed. And once it hits, you're done. There's no pushing through. You're walking whether you like it or not. The marathon was running me. What I learned, you need 60 to 90 grams of carbs per hour doing a marathon. That's roughly 2 to 3 gels, and you need to practice this in training. Your gut needs to learn how to absorb fuel while running. You can't just wing it on the race day. I now test my fueling. Every long run, every 90 minutes, same gels, same timing, same everything. Race day is just another long run as far as my stomach is concerned, and I haven't bonked since. If you're finding some inspiration in this, if any of these mistakes sound painfully familiar, it would mean a lot if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm documenting this whole journey to a sub-4, and I'd love to have you along. Look, I'm not a coach. I'm not elite. I'm just an everyday runner who went from 20 years obese to chasing a sub-4-hour marathon. Every mistake I've made, I've paid for in miles, walked and races lost. But the terrible prep, the thing that should have ruined my running, it's actually what made me better. Because now I know what not to do. Train slow, lift heavy, fuel smart. 3 things I wish someone had told me before my first marathon started. I'd love to know what's the biggest mistake you've made in your training. Drop it in the comments below. Let's save each other some pain. If you are liking the content, please hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. It really helps us out. More content like this is coming. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.